Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting international craft beers with Dr. Dave. Imagine that. More international beer. Okay. Well, now for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today. I've had this beer many times, but I haven't had it recently. It's from the Gaffel Brauerei, located in Cologne, Germany. And this is the Kolsch style ale. Checks in at 4.8% alcohol by volume. And this is what I like lately about the imports, especially from Germany, is they're stamping on here a best before date. Now, this is good for another, 4 months? This is good for another 4 months. So I'm not sure how much lead time they're giving this beer, but it's good to know that at least we're buying a beer and it's not blindly. Because a lot of times in the past, you'd go into a store and say, "Oh man, I love that beer," but you don't know when it was made or when it's best by. So at least we have a date on here. This is good. Let me go ahead and open this up. I don't know if I have one of these bottle caps on the fridge, so I'll go ahead and open it up and save it. Um, while I do that, I'll tell you that this beer is 330 milliliters, which is the international standard, 11.2 ounces here in the States. And I do not have glassware from Gaffel. I've got them from three other breweries that have Kolsch, but not this one. So the closest thing I can come to that type of glassware is this one. It's really a straight up and down glass. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Stang, Stange, Stang, I believe is how you pronounce that glassware. But you want a very small diameter on the top. It's going to concentrate the aromas and it's going to build up the foam like this has. This is exactly the kind of glassware that you want, though. Straight up and down. You definitely don't want to pour it into a pint shaker. Yeah, pint shaker is just like an all around glassware that's used at the bar. Yeah, you really want to concentrate the aromas in a small space. So anyway, it's a very light, clear, golden color, which all Kolsch ales are. Lightly carbonated, which all Kolsch ales are. And lovely, bright bit of foam, which all Kolsch's are. A little bit flowery. Now, there's a little bit of fruitiness in this as well, which, again, all Kolsch ales should have. It's a very light, easy drinking, effervescent beer, and there's nothing wrong with these beers at all. I'm going to taste it in just a minute here, and I'll let you know. I think we made it all in. There you go. With the design of this glassware, though, a lot of times it's hard to get the beer in because it's going to build up a good 3 inches of foam. That's what the glass is designed to do. By the way, I got this glass at Crate and Barrel. If you are really a beer connoisseur and you want some of the finest glassware you can possibly buy, go to Crate and Barrel. Yeah, the good thing about Crate and Barrel is you can buy them singly. You don't have to buy a 4 pack, 6 pack, 12 pack. You can buy them in singles, which is exactly why I used to shop there. Yeah. All right. We're going to say prost to the brewers in Cologne, Germany, for all the fine efforts they put in, and prost to you at home. Yeah, man. The Germans do some fine work when they brew their beer. I'm sure that this brew right here is computerized and not a lot of intensive labor goes into it, but it's still a process. You have to get everything just right at the right time where the batch is no good. And look how I'm moving this glass around, and that foam is going nowhere. That foam is solid in there. Look, you see that? Always the sign of a well-crafted beer. If you pour beer out and, before you really drink it, the foam is gone, something's wrong with that beer. or something's wrong with your beer glass. It must be dirty. That's another thing, man. You gotta have clean glassware. I don't know how many times on this channel I've talked about clean glassware. If you wash your glassware in the sink, it's not clean. Oh, I understand your sink is clean. I understand you run a tight ship there in your house, but your sink is not as clean as you think it is. You have to wash these glasses by hand, not in the sink. That's why every time you see a beer on my channel, it's crystal clear. Yeah. I'm not bragging about my glassware. I'm just saying it has to be clean or you're not going to get a good beer experience. And if you ever go to a bar and you have a bunch of bubbles clinging on the side of your glass, don't drink it. Push it back and say, this glass is dirty. And if they don't want to give you another beer, or if they give you one and it's the same way, just put $5 on the bar and leave, man. Yeah, just put $5 on the bar and leave and say, you know what, I'm just gonna go. Thank you. Yeah, because the glasses are not clean. If they have bubbles clinging to the inside, that's the carbonation sticking to dirt. That's what that is. That's dirt. Yeah, that sounds yucky, doesn't it? But anyway, this beer is very light bodied. It's got some light to medium carbonation on it, and it just has wonderful aromas and flavors to it. Oh man, it's just at what, 4.8%? Well, come on now. Yeah, come on. I tell you what, the Germans have been brewing beer for centuries and they know what they're doing. If you've never had a beer from Germany, what are you waiting for, man? They make some fantastic lagers, pilsners. They even have some stouts. Yeah, you got to look for them. I mean, they're not prevalent, but man, I'm telling you, those dark beers that the Germans have, oh, they're fantastic. I have to drink this slowly because if I don't, there will be nothing to take a picture of. All right, let me run out of here. But I told you all about the beer. Very good. Would go with a variety of light-bodied foods. I'm talking about soups and salads. Light sandwich fare. The summertime beer for sure, though. All right, my friends. Life is short. Try new things like this beer. And until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina, and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure, but the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast, and if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has two locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie, and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month. And there's a lot of beers in there that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, Best Damn Beer Shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me, what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer, you let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera. But I would sell these at cost. Now I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made. So I would sell them at the same price. Now I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing Clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says cheers to that.